Dr. Walper, I have to take at least 12 credits this semester.
Harry, you worry far too much. Watch. Introduction to the big picture. 12 credits.
That's it? One course in the big picture, 12 credits.
It's very big. 12 credits probably isn't enough. It's so big.
Hi. Yeah, the big picture. Let's talk about the big picture. EveryBudi Community has a big picture, a big goal, a big dream. But before I go into that too much, I'd like to introduce what the 5steps.org website is about. The 5steps.org website is here to introduce people, to advertise, if you will, to let people know what this project is about, what we're doing. And right now we're working on a very important project in Uganda with the Soft Hearted Uganda Foundation. And the 5 Steps organization website is here to let you know, why are we doing that? How are we doing that? What's our plan? All the details that you would want to know, so that if you're interested in participating, you know how to do that. You would know what to do if you wanted to participate on any level. Even just subscribing to updates, you can do that there. So that's what the 5steps.org website is. Let people know about what EveryBudi Community is up to. What's EveryBudi Community up to? Well, we see the world as an upside down thing. There's some upside, it's upside down. There's something that, when we say there's something wrong with this picture, it really applies to what's going on in the world right now. And EveryBudi Community is designed and intends to do everything they can to bring things right side up again. Let me show you some details about what we mean about this upside down, right side up.
Yes, the world is kind of upside down. If you think compassion matters, if you think caring for each other matters, or some people think that money matters. Some people think that buying expensive handbags matters. So look at this girl in the top corner here on the left. Her name is Nicolette Gray, and she's been quite famous as the spoiled brat of Beverly Hills. Her mother, who's a dentist, has money, wanted her to be happy. She said, all I want is my daughter to be happy. So she gives her $5,000 a month, in addition to, you know, food and clothing and everything else that she needs. And this young lady, she says she wants more. There can never be enough, because she's used to having everything that she wants. That's how she's used to her life. And she cries when she thinks she has to get a job. She cried on national TV about that. Well, let's look at the girl just above me here. I don't know her name. I haven't been able to find her yet, if she's still alive. She's from Yemen, and they're weighing her. I call her the bucket girl because I don't know what her name is. This girl's dying. This kind of dying takes some time to be neglected and abandoned by humanity. So look at the contrast here. Is there something upside down? Can you see that? I'm sure you can see it. It's obvious. But how often do we think about it? How often do we think about trying to solve this situation? And by far, most people who have the means to help this girl and give her food and money, and for a little money, give her food and medicine for a year. You know, there are millions and millions, you know, at least 10 million Americans alone who have the money to do that, but they don't do it. In fact, they're not doing anything to help any of these people. Why? Because there's no bridge for them to use to step across and help this girl. There are corrupt charities sometimes. There's wasted money. There are conflicts that happen, things that we have no control over sometimes. So people, they just throw up their hands and just say, look, I'm not going to do anything. I'll buy a new TV instead. Save the money, put it in Bitcoin. That's what I'm going to do. When this girl dies, and 15,000 of these little girls or boys, They die every day. While this girl, Nicolette Gray on the left, she's shopping handbags, and some of these handbags are $3,000 a piece, or even more. So this is what I mean by the world is upside down, and we're turning it right side up. That's the big picture. We're turning it right side up as much as we can, in as many ways as we can, regarding these 15,000 children. If that's not good enough reason to take action and to do something, then I can't imagine there being any other better reason. Where do you put your money? Where do you put your time? Where do you put your energy? Well, these 5 steps to saving the world come into play here. And the first one is, know the situation. Now, you're looking at the situation right now. This is the situation. What's more important than the life of this little girl? Maybe the life of your own child? Okay, I can understand that. But short of that, short of the life of someone that you know personally, the life of this little girl could be saved for such a little amount of effort and money. So we got to know what the situation is. So the situation is this. People aren't doing anything. They're not doing anything. They're not contributing at all. They're not taking any action. And we have children dying. Okay, so that's what's going on. Number 2, why? What's the reason why? Because there's no bridge. There's no connection. People don't know how to do that. They don't believe that there's something they can do to help and change. To change the situation and help these kids. By far, most people do nothing about it because they don't know how to do that. There's no connection. There's no understanding about what's going on. And it's not a priority in the culture. It's not a priority. I mean, the way I grew up and people that I know that are in my family that are religious people, they don't do anything for any of these dying children. They give money to their church or they give no money to anybody at all. And they just think about themselves. So I understand this culture because that's how I was raised. That's how I grew up. There's no exposure to this bucket girl. And if there is, there's just a few moments of, oh, isn't that too bad, pity. But no action. No action. And the reason why there's no action is because people don't have that bridge. They don't know what they can do that could be effective. But they want to. In general, people are compassionate. In general, people care. But if you don't know what you can do, you do nothing, and that's what's been going on. That's the reasons why. Well, the solution, number 3, the third step to saving the world, is understanding that it's about love. Now, this word love can get so misused and so misunderstood. I had a woman, a grown woman, a few weeks ago make some criticism about my belief in love. Oh, you're not talking about love, are you? It's like some people, they don't even know what that means. But when I'm talking about love, I talk about compassion, respect, consideration, caring about each other. To me, that's love, and it's all in our heart. We all know what that is. We don't need some sacred book to teach us. We don't need some cult. We don't need some guru who has a jet airplane. We don't need any of that to know what love is. We know ourselves in our hearts. How would I like to be treated? Well, look at this bucket girl, and you tell me what she would like. Is that a mystery? Is that hard to understand? Does that require some new best-selling paperback? No. It's obvious. She wants some nurturing. She wants someone to care. Why doesn't this girl on the left care about the bucket girl? Doesn't understand love. And there isn't a bridge. I need to look at my notes here. So number 4. From what I know, the 4th step, from what I understand, my research, and I've done a lot of study about this for many, many years, involved in many, many charities, I've been to over 50 countries. I've been involved in many religions firsthand, more than anybody I know has ever been involved in, and dedicated my life to those religions until I found the lack of love, the hypocrisy, the fear, the lack of courage to stand up and say, wait a second, that's not love. From this, what I've concluded is the most important thing is not only the virtual communities we have right now from Facebook or Twitter or YouTube. We can learn a lot. It's really great. And what's even better, though, is face-to-face. Face-to-face community, a local community center where you can go And you can get help, you can give help, you can talk with other people, you can play, you can get to know your neighbors, because a lot of people now these days, somebody living right next door to them for 5 years, they never even talk. They don't even have a relationship. They're not cooperating at all towards making the world a better place. They're waiting for their God. They're waiting for their government. They're waiting for something to come in and do that for them because they pay their taxes. Even though it's been so many decades and nothing has helped. You can't count on these for whatever reason. Step 5. Step 5 is about us taking action. So that's the 5th step, actually doing something. Could be signing a petition, takes 3 seconds. Could be donating a little money. Could be contributing a little bit at your community center. Could be getting involved in a discussion online. How can we help this little girl? How can we solve this problem? But it means actually doing something. When people around you are doing that, when people around you, when you're talking at the water cooler at the office and you're saying, oh, what are you doing to make this world a better place? And that becomes the narrative instead of, where did I go to dinner last night to have my $200 meal? What new Gucci bag did? Where did you get that new dress or those shoes? Or, you know, the men may be more interested in where did you get that new car? And they're talking about their car. They're spending all this time on their car. And they're getting some new luxury car. While these children die, 15,000 of them a day. And that's the upside down world. And those are the 5 steps that are going to change it.
So what's EveryBudi Community about? It's about saving lives. It's about empowering people, not exploiting people, but helping people to actualize. EveryBudi Community is not about paying lip service. It's about taking action, taking real action, doing real things. And EveryBudi Community really believes that each of us are responsible for each other as human beings, as brothers and sisters on this planet. We are responsible for each other. It means we don't sit idly by and do nothing because I don't know how to do that, I'm afraid of this, whatever. No excuses. Part of being a human being on this planet, part of our responsibility is helping each other. And EveryBudi Community, we are intent upon bringing real change, upon having a major impact on some of the problems as best we can. Taking this upside down world and turning it right side up as much as we can. In short, what's the big picture? The big picture is about sharing love.